Hey everyone, my name is Troy from Tech Games Etc. And today I have a late review of God of War 3. I finally got this game for a good price, $13.50 off of eBay. And I said, why not? I'm going to give this a shot. Because y'all may be wondering why I wait so late for video games. Well, I didn't have this channel. I don't know if I had this channel when God of War 3 came out, but I wasn't really expecting anything from God of War 3 because the way God of War 2 ended. So normally with my reviews, I'll have an overview of the game, I'll have the pros and cons of the game, and my final grade, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, I'm not going to do that today. That's how pathetic God of War 3 is. It's not even a waste. It's a waste of my time. It's not even worth my time to give you that awesome review I normally do. All right. What really stood out to me as far as this game goes is the storyline. The storyline. I really believe the storyline is really dying. Now, if you don't know nothing about God of War 3, you start off climbing Mountain Olympus with the Guardians, whatever, Gaia. You're on the back of Gaia. So you're trying to kill all the gods and you're trying to come after Zeus, right? So this game takes a weird turn because once you get up to the top of Mount Olympus, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you don't have enough power to kill Zeus. It's going to require a special weapon, a special this, a special that. You don't have the power to kill Zeus. You got to go and find this weapon and da 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 da. And so I'm like, oh boy, cause didn't he kill Zeus? Didn't he kill Zeus in like part 2 or something? Like he fought Zeus. So then he traveled back in time or something. Then you find yourself going up Mount Olympus and everything like that. So make a long story short. Now, so you spend all this time, right? Going searching for this weapon. You had to go and get it from the box. You remember the box in part 1 that was on the back of the golem, the guardian, whatever, of that box in part 1. Well, this box makes an appearance, but you cannot get to it because these flames are protecting it. You got to find Pandora, whatever her name is, and let's say this: the ending is a big middle finger because when you go through all this shit, right? You go through all this shit. You go through all of this shit. You got to fight these monsters and this and that. You find out the box is empty. The box is empty. And Zeus is laughing like, ha 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 ha, the box is empty, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, are you serious? So all of a sudden, you fight Zeus, you kill Zeus, whatever, right? And what happened is, I think her name was Athena. I think her name was Athena or somebody. The voice, yeah. Athena says, something was in the box, Kratos, and you possess it. Now give it back to me. Blah, 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 blah. So Kratos takes his weapon, whatever, and stabs his own self, leaves this big, huge gash in him, and everything like that. This series is dying. Like, I don't know what else they can do with this series. The story is getting flat. Um, the what else I didn't like? I didn't like there were really no checkpoints during boss battles. I didn't like how how his button sequences was vicious in part 1. They were dull in this game, and it was just like that's just pretty much it. God of War series is dying a slow, slow death. I don't know where else they can go with this story. At the end of this story, God of War 3, he's left with this huge gash in him. Like, I'm talking about huge hole in him. He stabbed himself with this. I forgot what the weapon is called. Forgive me if I'm lacking some information, but it's like, okay, this series is dying. I don't know if I'm gonna get God of War 4. God of War 4 is already rumored to be releasing this year or something like that, but this game is dying a slow death, man. It's dying a slow death. I don't think This series is probably going to go the way of Resistance real soon. I really do. Cause don't get me wrong, I like God of War for the action. Don't get me wrong, like I could play it all the way through because I love the action. It was hard, you know. On hard, it's hard, but the collision detection, like for instance, there's a glitch when you beat the game. There's these challenges you can do, right? And this one challenge, you have to knock out 40 vases, like glass vases, on a stage. You can be standing right next to one. You'll swing at it with your chaos blades, whatever, and it doesn't have collision detection. I don't know, man. This game is. I give this game a D, a D plus. It was at first a C minus, but when the story was fucked up the way it was, it dropped to a D plus. So I don't think this game is going to be very exciting come God of War 4. I highly doubt it. They're going to be so much out of ideas. Zeus is killed. He pretty much killed everybody, wiped out the whole Olympus race. So I really don't know where they're going to go with this series, but there you have it. This thing is dying a slow death. And you heard it here first at Tech Games, etc. So if you like what you saw today, please like the video. It really helps out a lot. And if you have any questions, comments, any concerns, you can contact me at techgames etc@gmail.com, or you can hit me up at on that PlayStation Network at Asian_boy_100. I thank you so much for watching. See you later. Thanks a lot.